Introduction. Brie Larson, born Brianne Sidoni, Desaulniers on October 1st, 1989, in Sacramento, California, is one of Hollywood's most talented and versatile actresses. She is not just an Oscar-winning performer, but also a director, producer, singer, and social activist. Known globally for her role as Captain Marvel in the Marvel Cinematic Universe (MCU), Larson's artistic range extends far beyond superhero stardom. Her career has evolved from child television actor to one of the most respected and socially conscious voices in contemporary cinema. This biography explores Brie Larson's journey in detail: her childhood, early struggles, major breakthroughs, social activism, and how she became a global icon for empowerment and authenticity. Early life and background. Brie Larson was born to Sylvain Desaulniers and Heather Edwards, both of whom were homeopathic chiropractors running their practice together. Her father was of French-Canadian descent, making French her first language. Growing up, she described herself as a very introverted and shy child who preferred reading, writing, and performing at home rather than socializing. Larson's parents divorced when she was young, and she moved to Los Angeles with her mother and sister. The family went through financial hardship, living in a small one-room apartment. Yet Larson later said that this period of struggle gave her the emotional depth that would later define her acting. At the age of 6, Brie became the youngest student ever admitted to the prestigious American Conservatory Theater in San Francisco. She had already decided that she wanted to be an actress and began auditioning for television roles soon after. Education and early interests. Brie was homeschooled for most of her education. She said this helped her think creatively and allowed her to focus on performing arts. As a child, she would direct plays and write scripts for her cousins to act out. Her family's financial challenges did not stop her passion. In fact, they motivated her. She once shared in an interview that she didn't have many toys, but created imaginary worlds through storytelling and acting. Early career, 1998 to 2008. Brie Larson's acting career began at just 9 years old when she appeared in The Tonight Show with Jay Leno in a parody commercial. Soon after, she landed small roles in television shows such as Touched by an Angel and Popular. Her first significant TV role came in Raising Dad, 2001 to 2002, a family sitcom where she starred alongside Bob Saget and Kat Dennings. Although the show only lasted one season, it brought Brie into the public eye. In 2004, she appeared in 13 Going on 30 and Sleepover, which marked her early steps into film. Around the same time, Brie also explored her love for music and released a pop album titled Finally Out of P.E. 2005, under Casablanca Records. The album received positive critical reviews, but failed commercially. Larson later said that the music industry made her feel creatively restricted, pushing her to focus fully on acting instead. Transition to film and indie success, 2009 to 2013. After a series of guest appearances on shows like Community and United States of Terror, Brie began to attract attention for her grounded, realistic performances. Her breakthrough came with the independent film Short Term 12, 2013, where she played Grace, a counselor at a group home for troubled teenagers. The role was emotionally demanding and showcased her incredible range as an actress. The film premiered at the South by Southwest SXSW Festival and won the Grand Jury Award. Critics praised her for delivering one of the most honest performances of the decade. The Guardian wrote that her acting was so authentic, it feels almost documentary-like. The film was the turning point that established her as a serious performer in Hollywood. Major breakthrough, Room, 2015. In 2015, Brie Larson starred in Room, directed by Lenny Abrahamson and based on the best-selling novel by Emma Donoghue. She played Joy Newsome, a woman held captive for 7 years who finally escapes with her young son. Larson's performance was both haunting and heart-wrenching. To prepare, she isolated herself for a month, studied trauma survivors, and practiced parenting exercises with her young co-star, Jacob Tremblay. Her dedication paid off. Brie Larson won nearly every major acting award that year, including Academy Award for Best Actress, Golden Globe Award for Best Actress in a Motion Picture Drama, BAFTA Award for Best Actress Screen Actors Guild, SAG Award. Room was a defining moment in her career. Critics hailed her as one of the best actresses of her generation, and Hollywood took notice. Rise to global fame, Captain Marvel and blockbuster films, 2017 to 2023. After her Oscar win, Brie starred in several high-profile projects. In 2017, she appeared in Kong Skull Island, opposite Tom Hiddleston and Samuel L. Jackson. But her biggest global breakthrough came with her casting as Carol Danvers / Captain Marvel in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU. When Captain Marvel released in 2019, it grossed over $1.1 billion worldwide, making it one of the highest-grossing films of all time. Brie's portrayal of the MCU's first solo female superhero received widespread attention. For millions of young women and girls, she became a symbol of strength and empowerment. Despite facing online backlash from some groups, Larson remained firm in her stance for equality and diversity in Hollywood. She reprised her role in Avengers Endgame, 2019, and later in The Marvels, 2023. Directing and producing career beyond acting, Brie Larson has also pursued filmmaking. She wrote, directed, and starred in Unicorn Store, 2017, a whimsical coming-of-age story about self-acceptance and creativity. Although reviews were mixed, critics praised her courage for experimenting with new ideas. In 2020, she produced the virtual reality documentary The Messy Truth VR Experience, which explored empathy and racial justice in America. The project earned her a Primetime Emmy Award for Outstanding Original Interactive Program. Through her production company, 51 Entertainment, Larson continues to develop projects that focus on underrepresented voices and personal storytelling. Activism and advocacy. Brie Larson is known for being outspoken about issues such as gender equality, diversity in film, and sexual assault awareness. She has consistently used her platform to challenge industry norms. In 2018, she publicly called out the lack of diversity among film critics and urged studios to include more women and people of color in press screenings. At the Women in Film Crystal Plus Lucy Awards, she said, "I don't need a 40-year-old white dude to tell me what didn't work about A Wrinkle in Time. It wasn't made for him." Larson is also a survivor advocate for victims of sexual assault. During the 2016 Oscars, when she presented the Best Actor award to Casey Affleck, who had been accused of harassment, she deliberately did not clap. When asked about it later, She said she was supporting the survivors and that her silence spoke volumes. Her courage in speaking out has made her a powerful voice for the hashtag #MeToo movement and gender equality. Personal life. Brie Larson tends to keep her personal life private. She was previously engaged to musician Alex Greenwald, but the couple separated in 2019. Since then, she has remained focused on her career and activism. She lives in Los Angeles but travels frequently for filming. Outside of acting, Brie loves photography, reading, and spending time outdoors. She's also known for her love of Nintendo and gaming, often sharing glimpses of her hobbies on social media. Larson has spoken openly about dealing with social anxiety and self-doubt, explaining that fame has not made her immune to insecurity. She said, "The more I achieve, the more I realize that confidence is something you work on every day. It's not a permanent state." Public image and influence. Brie Larson has become a modern symbol of female empowerment. She embodies intelligence, artistic integrity, and independence, traits that have inspired many young artists. She is frequently listed among the most influential women in Hollywood. In 2019, Time magazine included her in its list of the 100 most influential people in the world. Larson's social media presence is another key part of her influence. Through Instagram and YouTube, she connects with fans directly, often discussing self-care, creativity, and empowerment. Her YouTube channel features content about mental health, filmmaking, and life behind the camera. Philosophy and mindset. Brie often talks about the importance of self-belief and authenticity. She has said that being true to yourself is more powerful than trying to fit expectations. In interviews, she often emphasizes resilience and emotional honesty. She once shared, "You don't need permission to be yourself." That's the most powerful lesson I've learned. This mindset has defined her acting choices as well, preferring roles that challenge norms rather than reinforce stereotypes. Awards and recognition. Brie Larson's work has earned her numerous awards and honors, including Academy Award for Best Actress, Room 2016, Golden Globe Award for Best Actress, BAFTA Award, Screen Actors Guild Award, Primetime Emmy Award, The Messy Truth VR Experience 2020, Critics' Choice Movie Award, Hollywood Film Award. She continues to be recognized for her performances that blend vulnerability with strength and for her contributions to advancing women in film.